Project-based Accelerated Action Learning, PBAAL, is being introduced at Petra Christian University by Dr. K.C. Chan in all the 4 modules that he is teaching to replace traditional textbook-based learning. PBAAL has transformed mundane textbook learning into action learning project by bridging theory, knowing, versus practice, doing gap. Accelerated action learning enables students to apply what they have learnt in the classroom into the real-world business environment. Join us and embark on a new way of learning with project-based accelerated action learning, being faster, better and smarter to beat the competition amid paradigm shift from Industry 4.0 to 5.0. This video is created by Elyn Leevana, where she deep dive and explores what's next for her after her graduation from Petra Christian University in Surabaya, Indonesia. Elyn applied the accelerated action learning tools invented by Dr. K.C. Chan to pave her future pathway using the 6 AE, House of Core Competence, Concept Diagram, System Diagram, and GOT Diagram. In her first job, as a management trainee with an Indonesian conglomerate, she was promoted to take the role as an international marketing manager in charge of Asia at the end of her first year. By second year, she was promoted to deputy general manager with performance above the owner expectations. She is truly a whole brain manager by training and development in holistic thinking.
In 6 A's framework started with awareness, then it goes to alignment, then it goes to action, then adoption, assurance, last but not least is anticipation of risk, which link back to awareness. So this awareness is talking all about myself, my uniqueness, then my core competency, and also 5 attributes of myself. Then in alignment, I'll talk about myself and what I have learned from 4 modules from IBM. Then in the action, I will actually give the example of application, 3 examples of how I apply what I have learned here. Next, in adoption, actually I explained from all the things before and how to adopt it to the future, my future. Then assurance, I'll see whether I'm already in the right track or not. So I'm on the right track. But last but not least, there is anticipation of risk, which is very important too, where I think it is the contingency plan. And what went right and also what went wrong here. So this is the windows where there are 4 columns of what I know, what I don't, what others know, and also what others don't. So in what I know, what others know, I put there is the intelligence. Yes, well, people think that I'm intelligent, but I also think that I do have some intelligence. And then the confidence, and last but not least is hardworking. Then going to the part where I don't know, but where others know is actually the trustworthiness. Then I also have another thing which is I know but others don't is actually persistency, because maybe it's not really shown in my personality. But in the last part there is a nanny. So this is the house of competence, where the start with the values, which is the base of it all. First is the integrity, and then excellence, and also persistency. Then besides the base, I also have the pillars, 3 pillars exactly. There is the cognitive, and then attitude, and last but not least is the creativeness. After the pillar, I have the roof here, which is the accelerated learning. So these are basically the core competence. And besides that, we'll have continuous improvement from the pillars under the top, which has to be repeated over again. And for the values, it has to be ideal. There is no 90% good value. It has to be 100%, like 100% integrity. So these are the 3 things I've explained earlier. There is holistic thinking and the cognitive, and then systems thinking and the attitude, and also critical thinking and creativeness. It is holistic thinking because it integrates all the knowledge together, then system thinking because it is implementing all the knowledge, and the critical thinking because it innovates in it. And all together it creates the holistic thinking for accelerated learning. So this is the concept diagram of constructing church event here. Okay, start with purpose. So the purpose of my event here is actually a Christmas celebration to bring the young people to Jesus. Then after the purpose, I'll have a framework. So my framework of this event will be created in 3 parts according to the time. So the first is to engage the audience, then involve the audience, last is to chance the audience. And after this, I'll have the project. So what is this project for Christmas celebration? So it is actually the Christmas celebration with homey concept and also with acoustic music. Okay. Well, after that, altogether I'll have the tools. So I need many tools like microphones, the projectors, and decorations, and etc. But I also need the people. We need a lot of people like the pastors, the MC coordinators, and also decoration team, praise and worship team, and many others. And after that, I will see the process here. The process first started creating the concept of the event, and then I will make the committee. After creating the committee, we'll have the preparation for each of the division, and there's the day. The strategy for our Christmas to attract young people is actually to give fun games, and then we have gift exchange program, and also we have free food. So here's my internship project. Well, in here I use the system diagram with first input, process, output, and also the control here. So the input here will be the data. I'll collect the raw data from the company, and then the process, I'll process it, I'll measure the data and analyze it, and after that the output will be the efficiency program for the company. And not only that, I also put the control on the performance, whether there's something need to be improved, and measure the. So this is my GOD diagram. It consists of goal and then objective and then target. So my goal here is to become a very successful entrepreneur, where of course it has to be international or global scale. Then it goes to the objective. I want to build a F&B based business, family business. Then it has to be manufacturing, or I want to build a factory. Well, the target here, I'll put it in 1, 3, 5, and 10 years from now. If 1 year from now, I would like to graduate from IBM, and then I would like to work in a very reputable companies. Then in 3 years, I would like to pursue master degree after I work for several years, right? Maybe in finance or supply chain management. In 5 years, I'll graduate from my master degree. Then I'll work for a company, and I'll start up my business soon. And in 10 years, I expect my company or my business is already established, of course, and of course I would like to expand.